Hi, I'm Penelope Santos, and for my GLP project, I worked with a girl named Allie. She was from a very religious part of New Jersey, and she's a very big Orthodox Jew who is European American family. I am predominantly Spanish, so quite opposite, and my family is Christian Catholic. And going off just race alone, we were talking about how we have very different, upbringings, food wise, family wise, the way our families interacted. She had more of a smaller knit family. My family was very large. But we also kind of wanted to focus on the religious aspect because she grew up in a public school, but went to temple all the time and kind of had her faith grow. Both her parents were Jewish, and that was similar to me. Um, Both my parents are Christian, and we went to private school, but we incorporated that in our everyday lives. We had classes that focused on religion and things like that. So we both felt very strongly about our faith, and I think that was something that was really cool to talk about with someone in a non-hostile type of environment. So for our interaction, we went to a worship service with 300 other kids, and it's called MSU Crew Life, and it's a Christian-based group. So I wanted to take her to kind of show her that you don't have to go to the sit-down pew type church setting if you want to worship. You can still go to something more fun and that works with kids your age. And I think that was cool for her to see. We talked a little bit about the differences afterward, and we kind of agreed that I think Catholics and Christians tend to worship a lot, but I don't think we always incorporate it into our whole everyday lives. Whereas the Jewish community has like Shabbat dinners, and they have luncheons, and they have things at the temple or at Hillel, which is the Jewish center here for MSU students. And that's a really good way that she's able to continue to have faith, but also interact with people who are her age and who also feel the same way as her. So that was kind of a big difference that we felt that they had. We also talked about how our families kind of played a huge role in who we are and what we believe. Both her parents are Jewish, like I said earlier, and both mine are Christian. So growing up, I could talk about them with that, but that was also their absolute truth and her absolute truth, and that's what we grew up knowing. And I think it was cool to see us as 21-year-olds, like we're kind of making our own decisions in life and able to talk and have a educational, like normal conversation about things. We were able to see the differences and able to see the similarities between us. I think the overall point was that even though I believe my culture and what I believe is right and she believes the same thing, it doesn't have to be a dividing factor between people. I think if we were able to take away, listen to those differences between each other, but also kind of focus on the similarities, it would bring people closer together. And so that's kind of what this whole project made me feel with a complete stranger. And so I think it's cool that doing this for like this project, it could help people